Welcome back to the final part of the program. Let's get back to the story around. I will talk about the markets, just review where we finished off yesterday for you. But as you have heard, the management of Oando, Nigeria PLC, the troubled energy trader, has written to the Nigerian Stock Exchange a very lengthy document asking the Nigerian Stock Exchange to reverse the decision of the SEC to impose a permanent no price movement. That's what the technical suspension means, to reverse that decision that was imposed first on the 18th of October last year and permanently since then, full suspension since the 20th of October 2017. Now, the Oando Nigeria PLC says that this is being, as asked, they're requesting the stock exchange to lift that because the energy company has a secondary listing on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, what to call the GSC, and that is hurting minority shareholders. As you have heard, Oando has 270,000 shareholders in Nigeria and of course, around the world, those who are investing in the company, and says now that the minority shareholders of these companies are further disadvantaged, quote, because they cannot trade in the shares of Oando at all, not even in the South African rand, which is equivalent of 5 naira 99. That's the price at which the share price of Oando was placed on technical suspension last year by the Nigerian Stock Exchange on instruction of the SEC. But of course, since then, the SEC has moved on and put its forensic auditors' boots on the ground in Oando. And of course, Oando 2 days ago says they're happy with the investigation going on and they are cooperating with the team sent in, independent forensic auditors sent in by the Securities and Exchange Commission. But now the company is asking and telling the stock exchange that, quote, it is important to note that during the period of suspension, the shares of Oando has been on full bid with some large volumes, as much as 2% of the issued shares of the company being traded at the suspended price of 5 naira 99 kobo per share. This relatively high volume of trading leads to concern that there may be in existence a secondary market for our stock at a different price from the 5 naira 99 fixed by the exchange as a result of the technical suspension. So the company is making some mention here that they fear that although the price of Oando is on technical suspension at 5 naira 99, the volume that you see on a daily basis, and we track this for you, our viewers here in Nigeria and around the world on a daily basis, that the volume coming in through Oando on a daily basis is quite enormous. So the company is worried whether minority shareholders are saying that the minority shareholders are disadvantaged because of that technical suspension, and perhaps, quote unquote, and perhaps there's a secondary market for their stock, for the company's stock, at a different price from where it currently is at the stock exchange. This is a very lengthy letter written to the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and Oando is now saying we would like the NSE and the SEC to reconsider that technical suspension. But last year, the SEC says the shares of Oando goes on technical suspension to preserve the interest of the shareholders. That's what the statement from the SEC says last year. Now the company says that may not really be true as per the state of things since almost 6 months ago. So if you look back to the market, let's piggyback a little bit, and you look at Oando yesterday finishing off on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, 5 naira 99. The price was unchanged, but of course we had 538,755 units of Oando shares that were traded on Thursday. If you look at the daily average of shares traded on Oando, runs in the hundreds of thousands on a daily basis. So the company is getting a little bit worried. So they're worried whether there's the existence of another market outside that of that price on technical suspension at 5.99. This is one story that is beginning to emerge, and we have all the time next week to continue to go around this Oando story. And of course, the company has announced that its 2017 financials will be delayed because of the interest expressed by the Financial Reporting Council, and that the earnings for last year will be available at least by the second or third week of next month. We'll keep our fingers crossed until then. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Enjoy the weekend, everyone, and I'll see you bright and early on Monday in Lagos, the home of business and finance, and Channels Television Global Headquarters. I'll see you then, everyone. Bye for now.